Ladies and gentlemen, AEW winners coming Danielson, Hangman Page. About to hop right on into this here with Revenant R. Man, just a lot of hour-long match. And man, are we not allowed to have a differing opinion anymore on wrestling Twitter? I'm about to hop into that. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a thumbs up. So I'm not going to waste any more time. Man, an hour-long matchup we had, and what a matchup it was. Back and forth they went. Danielson, Omega for an hour. Revenant, what did you think, man?
Man, Danielson, Hangman, oh my goodness gracious God. That was absolutely insane. Minus the commercial breaks, as I said before we started. My goodness, it was a back and forth. Jeez.
Yeah.
Even going as far to a time limit draw. That is the second time. Within the last few months. Up to its 2 to 3 year stint. Wow.
Yeah, I'll say this. I wish it wouldn't have gone that long. I gotta say, I wish it would.
You're not wrong.
And when it comes to these hour-long matches, excuse me, I always go.
Yeah, when it comes to these hour-long matches, it kind of takes a toll on a lot of the people who are watching the show, not at the building, but on television, because you gotta run through the commercials, and it's kind of hard enough to do the picture-in-picture.
Right, and I would say, if I could compare it to something like John Cena and Shawn Michaels win an hour after WrestleMania that year. I think it was WrestleMania 23. The next night on Raw, they did the rematch, and it never felt like in that match that match needed to end at some point. With Hangman and Danielson, I can't get Omega off my mind for whatever reason. It felt like
with Hangman and Danielson, they put on an instant clinic. They put on an instant clinic.
There was several times where I was like, I think it needs to end right here, and we kept going to commercial break. Nevertheless, it was an outstanding matchup. Bryan Danielson is the unquestioned, undisputed best worker in AEW. Like, there's
right now, yes. The best talkers would have to be Britt Baker and MJF.
I'm gonna put Bryan Danielson up there as well.
Yes.
Best talkers. But as for the match, I mean, the dude can work a variety of styles. Like, he busted Hangman up and went at that cut, and just
he went brawler. He went straight up brawler from a tactical position as he's usually known for to a straight up beast of a brawler. That my God.
Yeah, man, like an outstanding matchup. One thing I did see on Twitter, like a lot of people were saying, well, all that for nothing. And I grew up in the era of Ric Flair, Sting going 60-minute time limit draws. So
yeah, and I grew up in the ruthless aggression era where we had the 1 hour to 50-minute, Iron Man matches with Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle.
Yeah. So the time limit draw itself doesn't bother me. I will say that if I was to say something about it, having Bryan Danielson go to another draw right after you did that with Kenny Omega, who was the AEW World Champion, I would not have done that. I can see right there why a complaint would be valid in my estimation, although it didn't bother me all that much for me.
No, it did not. It did not bother me too much either. It did not bother me too much at all either. And I gotta say, this version of Dynamite with winners coming as it was opposed to last year It was really great. It was really great. I mean, now we know, and due to the promos that we've had over the last few weeks with Malachi Black, bringing somebody in, we know that his former tag team partner is coming to AEW. King is coming. He is coming.
That should be that is going to be very interesting in the House of Black.
Yes, with Brody King of all things, Brody King actually showing up on AEW television. This could be a factor with the House of Black, and really, me being a fan of Malachi Black and Thea Trinidad and all these guys, not just with MJF and not just with AEW and WWE, but honest to me, I think a lot of people have underestimated these wrestlers like so many ways because they're sports entertainers. There's a huge difference between sports entertainers and wrestlers. Like if you take, for example, the Super Click. If you take the Super Click, they are sports entertainers. If you take, for example, with
I would say they're wrestlers, but they add the comedy side to it as well, which is to be honest,
not with Orange Cassidy, not with Orange Cassidy and Gentleman Jervis. Shout out to Wrestling Pro Wrestling, by the way. Not just with Gentleman Jervis and Orange Cassidy level comedy, but with the comedy of BTE, kind of comedy.
Right. But House of Black, man, that's starting to pick up. I'm glad. Like when he lost that feud to Cody, I was like, but it's picking back up with Malachi Black. I wish him the best.
I mean, it's motivated him. It's motivated him into bringing more people to the fold. And literally, Malachi, aka Tommy Ann, he's got a following. He's got me. He's got me as a longtime supporter for the last 5 or so years with his WWE stick to now being in AEW. I mean, he's killing it, man.
Right.
He is killing it.
But back to Danielson, Omega, Danielson.
Back to Danielson and Hangman. Oh man, like really crash and burn. Swear to God, Hangman crashing through the table. Danielson moving out of the way.
Head first, Jesus.
Yeah, he went head first.
Jesus, man, that was rough looking. That was rough.
That was bad.
Overall,
that was real bad.
A great way to spend that first hour. A bit too long for my liking. I would have rather 30 minutes, but
it was too long for my blood. It was too long for my blood as well.
Nevertheless, still a great match up. So that is it. Unless you have any more thoughts on Hangman.
I really hope the title run actually goes somewhere with his feud with Danielson, and I really hope that we have a great feud on our hands, not just with Danielson, not just with Hangman, but soon after when the Best Bout Machine is back. We should see a great feud between Omega and Danielson.
Yes. I am hoping that, I'm not saying Hangman has to have a Omega type run with the belt, but let's let him have a lengthy run. That's where the
like spur of the moment, like say Eddie Guerrero or Big E Langston kind of thing. Not going crazy with the kissing the belt and all that other stuff and all the questionable things that WWE's doing with Big E's championship run, if you know what I mean.
I mean, Big E, like, I don't like the direction that they're going, and this is a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But I think that they have made the 3 challengers more important in the storyline than Big E. Like they booked them to be as more important
than the champ. Yeah.
So
that is really disappointing.
Yeah.
It is really disappointing because you have Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and you have Bobby Lashley. You have those three men. You have those three men being a part of the Fatal 4-Way day one. And it's like, honestly, for me, even though I knew that Kevin Owens was actually going to resign with WWE, but really, with most people that they've been saying that Kevin Owens was going to leave WWE, but no, that's not the way that they're going. And literally, this could be, with Johnny Gargano or Kyle O'Reilly. This could happen. This could happen with them. They could resign, or they could, go to AEW.
Right. Everything's up in the air, man. So like we do bad when we assume, when we get our hopes all let down, when we just assume he'll be in AEW or he'll be, and I think that's what happened to a lot of people with Kevin Owens. Like, hey, the man's happy, represent. So
I mean, he's happy. He's happy where he's at. I mean, he's got his best friend with him, and I'm saying Sami Zayn. I mean, everybody's been saying, that they've been mentioning him. They've been mentioning him in AEW for quite a while. I mean, most people have said, not just comparing the CM Punk or MJF, promos, but with Edge and Miz, they tried to up the ante and tried to do their version of it. Like, really, we get the whole thing where other companies are mentioning other companies, through their guys, and it's like living rent free in other people's heads. Yes, we have a lot of moments in wrestling or in anime or in TV shows in general that are living rent free. They're living rent free in heads. It's like, really, that's kind of the point. But yeah, I can understand.
Right. Well, that is it for this conversation. Hangman Page, Danielson, an excellent way to spend the night last night. Just a tremendous matchup. We'll see where the storyline goes, and we will all be tuning in. Thanks for coming in, Revenant R, my brother.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, and we could do this again sometime soon.
No problem, anytime.